Okay, Mark, well, a belated welcome to Ipswich Town. How are you?
I'm doing great this morning, Dan. Thanks so much for having me on this morning, and let me start by saying happy birthday to Her Majesty the Queen. I believe it's her birthday today, and so sorry for her loss, obviously of Prince Philip. 73 years of marriage. Should we all be so fortunate? But today to celebrate to her birthday. So happy birthday to her.
Lovely words. Nice touch there, Mark. If I could just start with talking about, you're part of the Three Lions along with Brett Johnson and Burke Bakay. Could you just give us a background of how you three met and what your background is in particular?
Yeah, no, thanks for the question. So Berke and I met because our sons were in first grade together in school, and our families became close friends. Our wives are close friends. Our children are close, and Berke and I were close. And so we met in Phoenix at school. And then Brett Johnson and I met out in Los Angeles through a mutual friend, Curtis Estes. Brett was, as you probably know by now, the club owner of Arizona United Soccer Club, the predecessor club to Phoenix Rising. And Brett was looking for investment from local business people. And the club at that time was underperforming. And Berke and I put together a group to come in and join Brett to rebrand the club to Phoenix Rising, to build a stadium in Scottsdale and move forward with quite a bit of success that I think was really, for us, the key was that we had all the right components. And those were some of the things we looked for in Ipswich. Was a very passionate fan base, an opportunity to wake a sleeping giant. And again, when you think of football, especially English football, it's a really, really challenging business to be in. You're graded constantly on your performance on the pitch, as well as, your performance internally, relative to how the stadium and the experience and tickets and all the fan engagement goes. So you're constantly graded. And in those performances, you work, I think, tirelessly to try to achieve some, phenomenal results on and off the pitch. And so that's our goal. And there's a lot of, from my perspective, similarities between Ipswich and Phoenix Rising.
Yeah, we spoke to Brett just after the takeover was confirmed, and he was quoted saying, if you were to take a clean piece of paper and you were trying to find a club with the history, the fan base and the passion, he said, really, you couldn't find anything better than Ipswich. I'm presuming that was a shared process amongst the Three Lions.
There's no question. We've spent years, I don't know if that was disclosed or not, trying to find the right opportunity for us to what we hope to be with our tireless work ethic, all in and passionate culture, to find the right club that fit with what we were trying to achieve. And that is to quickly as quickly as possible make changes with the playing squad, all the way down to the academy kids. And that way we can hopefully produce better results on the pitch, which engages a lot of the fans. And, I've had an embarrassment of riches of people reach out to me with well wishes from all over the world. And with that, what is resoundingly common is most of the fans have these great experiences they remember from 1981, or some win over Manchester United, or something that really drew them to the club, and ever since they've been passionate. And what I think we really need to focus on is the youth. I think that there's an unbelievable opportunity for the club to create those same experiences, those memories, those opportunities for them to also activate like their parents and their grandparents and all those in Suffolk. Our goal is to get the youth as passionate about the club as so many other generations have been.
Yeah, it has, as you alluded to there, with the younger supporters, they have been starved of success from the team. That is the long-term aspirations of you guys coming over and taking over the club?
There's no question. And I think one of our partners had come out and said that we have no mercy on other teams in League One. And he's absolutely correct in that. Our goal is to get promoted quickly, and you can only do that by enhancing the performance on and off the pitch.
What did you know about Ipswich as a club when you started looking into the club?
I think we knew a few things. We knew that English football is a tough business to be in. We knew that relative to Ipswich's history, it had been underperforming. And we knew that it was a great family club, as evidenced by the tremendous outpouring of excitement about our involvement with the club. And from our perspective, it was an ideal match between us at Three Lions, our partner at ORG, and the club and community itself. And again, these clubs survive because of the fans and the community that they're in. And so when we looked at, opportunities throughout England, by far Ipswich was our favorite. There was hands down. There wasn't even a close second for us. We've been so excited to be involved with the rich history of Ipswich, and then to hopefully bring a winning culture back to a club that has been starved for some time.
I've noticed when we've spoken to Brett and now yourself, you both speak about the community aspect of the football club and the importance of that, of getting everyone in the town, really behind the football team. That seems to be an important thing.
It is, because we take so much pride in our energy, our effort, and the culture that we bring, that we want that similar type of culture in the communities that we serve. We recognize that we'll be at the helm for some time, and at some point we'll hand over the reins to someone else. Now, albeit hopefully we have a very long run. That is our plan. That's our goal, to invest in the club again on the performance on and off the pitch and through the academy. But while we're involved, the community is a big aspect of our success.
It's evident in the fact that we've already spoken to Brett and now we're speaking to yourself that communication from the Three Lions, from you guys, is vitally important. That you see that as a big way of connecting with supporters.
There's no question. We watch the podcasts. We engage, and I don't have a Twitter account, so I've already been somewhat criticized for not being on Twitter, because my partners are. So maybe now I open up a Twitter account, but through social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, a lot of messages have come my way, and I think it's really important to have that connection with the community, so we understand the concerns. We understand that the stadium itself we'll have to look at, but I think the fans understand that the club hasn't been in a position to make significant investments because they've been trying to make investments in the performance, and so we hope to up the performance, up the support, and then we can enhance the facilities and the offering. My wife has watched touring Ipswich, the stadium and walking tours of Ipswich that my family, my wife and my children and I are planning a trip soon, very, hopefully sooner than possible with where we are with quarantine and those types of things. But we're planning a trip, and she wants to do the walking tour and she wants to engage. But one of the things they said was that potentially the food wasn't the quality it needed to be. And well, that's something we can help to enhance, right? It goes into the experience from start to finish.
Absolutely. And we've seen with the plans of the European Super League that a lot were derived from American owners, who likes of Liverpool and Manchester United. I guess Ipswich supporters will want reassurances, and your partners Burke and Brett have been public with it on Twitter, saying that they were very much opposed to the view of that. I guess supporters will probably just want reassurance of that understanding of the English culture of this game.
We are opposed to the Super League. Make no mistake. We believe in the culture of a beautiful game. And that beautiful game exists because you have competition in England, in Italy, in Spain. And from that perspective, that's the reason there's a promotion relegation pyramid. So that there are, as we know, when Sir Bobby Robson, when Sir Alf Ramsey were at the helm of Ipswich, it was a very, very successful club. It's fallen on hard times. That's football, right? But if we come in with the right formula, at the end of the day, we can bring the club back to its former glory. And that's the beautiful part of the game. And so if you're going to take 6 teams from England and 3 from Spain and 3 from Italy, and who knows who else was in those conversations, and try to destroy that piece in aspect of English football and football in these other countries, I think you're flying in the face of what the fans want, need, and are justified in the beautiful game.
Just how excited are you, Mark, with the prospect of when the world comes back to some normality and you guys are able to come over from America to Ipswich and come and take in that first game at Portman Road with hopefully with thousands of supporters at Portman Road? How excited are you at the prospect of that?
Thrilled is an understatement. We are literally biding our time until we can travel safely to come visit and to be there at the first match of the new season. And as you're aware, with Mike O'Leary and with Mark Ashton and with our team, we'll all be there in full support of the club. And part of what we'd like to do when we're in town is to get better connected, as I mentioned, in the community, reaching out to the community to meet with people. I think it's important, not just supporters and fans, but the youth and the children that we talked about, and try to continue to develop those relationships.
When we spoke to Brett, he had an Ipswich Town hat on, a scarf. Have you managed to make a purchase from the Ipswich Town shop website yet, or not?
Yes, but I have to admit to you. So my wife and children bought some books on Ipswich, which I have, some great reading material. But I'm a little bit superstitious, so I paused on acquiring any merchandise until we actually closed. You know, at the end of the day, I think it's just important. So it's on purchase now and en route to us here in Los Angeles. But that's more my superstition than anything. Look forward to sporting the merchandise, which hopefully the fans will enjoy the new kits. Hopefully they'll enjoy some of the new merchandise that'll be rolling out, and you'll definitely be seeing me in them.
Well, thanks for your time, Mark. And just finally, if you had one message for the supporters who will be listening and watching this interview, what is that message?
That we work tirelessly for them. I think that is one of the key takeaways. We are genuine in what it is that we're trying to help accomplish in the community. We're all in on it, and we'd hope that they get behind us and they're all in on our efforts as well. We improve the playing squad. We start performing and getting the results that we deserve, punching above our weight class as opposed to below. And hopefully the fans, supporters, and the new youth can get behind their club.
Thank you very much for your time, Mark. Really appreciate that, and welcome to Ipswich Town.
Thank you, Dan. My pleasure. Have a wonderful day.